Hello everybody and welcome to the 20 minutes till dawn wheel randomizer. I'm going to be your host, Roka, and let's explain this just a little bit before we start spinning any wheels. I played this game a decent amount, and I've beaten every single character and every single weapon on the highest difficulty. So I figured we'd mix it up and go for a challenge that makes things a little bit harder, or at the very least more random, so I don't have to think when I'm starting up runs. So we're going to be spinning a wheel to pick a character, we're going to be spinning a wheel to pick a weapon, and then we're also going to be spinning a wheel for every single section of runes. You can only take one of each from these three. So we're going to be spinning to see if we get 1, 2, or 3, or 0, which is nothing. We can very well end up with nothing in these wheels. And lastly, we're also going to be spinning a wheel for the map that we play, just for fun. But it does have some gameplay implications. The only thing we're not going to be spinning the wheel for are upgrades during the run. That's sort of the challenge. Can I build a run that is functional? Or the difficulty. We're going to just keep it on Darkness 15 and play standard mode, because that's just the mode we're going to be playing during this challenge. Anyways, without further ado, let's start spinning some wheels, everybody.
Hashtur, Flame Cannon.
All right, we got Hashtur with the Flame Cannon, so this is definitely going to be interesting. Hashtur is mainly a summoner character, and this is sort of an elemental type damage. But let's take a look at our runes and see what we get for each of these. All right, for our runes, we got 1, 3, 3, 1. I already forgot. 2, 3, 1, 0. So for our last rune, we're not going to be able to take this at all. Let's just take a look at what we got. We got power, a little bit of extra bullet damage and summon damage, not bad. Close combat, extra damage while in vision range, that's not bad. Gun glyph summons a glyph that explodes into bullets. That's also, actually, that's probably not very good, but we'll make it work. Cadence. Every third shot has infinite piercing. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Let's see. For the shield runes, we've got tenacity. When we're at half or lower of our max HP, we'll get fire rate and knockback. That's pretty good. Seismic ward summons 2 seismic wards that knock enemies back. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Actually, this one can be bad because it can work against us, which is, it's less than ideal. It'll bump enemies into us if we're not careful, but we'll just have to be careful. And we get a blessing, which gives us a holy shield to start. So not bad at all for our first run here. Again, Hashtur with the flame cannon. And what map are we going to play?
Pumpkin Patch.
All right, and here we go. Here we go. So, a lot of things to absorb, especially since it's not curated to my liking. My main priority is going to be leveling up early. I need upgrades as quickly as I can to make sure that we're keeping up with the game. Because if I ever fall behind and can't kill enemies, it's going to be bad. Because not being able to kill enemies means not being able to get XP, and not being able to get XP means no power-ups, and no power-ups means no killing enemies, and we die. Shouldn't really have to explain that too much. Let's start out with Dark Arts. Dark Arts, get a little bit of curse going on. It's not the best upgrade. We don't have that much bullet damage, and so ultimately the curse damage is not going to be very high. But it is a little bit of extra damage that we wouldn't have had otherwise, so not bad, not bad. It also opens up the upgrade tree for curse, which is probably better than anything else. And on that note, I think we should take the scythe. We are Hashtor, so we are part summoner, so it will help if we do take some summoning related things. And the scythe also has some curse synergy, so whoa. Gotta remember, we are on the pumpkin patch. There are some spooky ghosts that we need to be careful for. Gotta be very careful about the spooky ghosts. I am gonna probably be focusing a lot during this run. This combo is by no means optimal, right? That's kind of the whole point of this challenge, is to get things that are slightly suboptimal. Ooh, to get the movement speed or the curse. You know what? We don't need the curse damage quite yet. So we're just going to take the extra 10% move speed, because these ghosts get kind of scary if you're not careful. If you're not fast enough, they really are scary. But yeah, the whole point of this challenge is to sort of be less than optimal and see how we do. Hopefully we can get some good runs going, even in spite of the toughness of this. I'm gonna go for the frenzy, I think. Scythe mastery or frenzy. I think frenzy makes more sense. The tentacles are gonna start smacking the ground quite often, which is nice. We do want to be a summoner if we can. This is good. I feel pretty good right now. Feel pretty good. Things are dying. They're not taking 8 years to die, so that's always a good sign. I just need to be keeping my eyes open for the ghosts. And now we're absolutely going to be taking the Shadow Blade. In theory, will help a lot, because the curse damage will be bumped up ever so slightly. So that's nice. That is indeed quite nice. Well, we are starting to get overrun a little bit. I do need to be a little careful. We gotta rely a lot on the burn damage, or else we're going to just be wasting damage. So if I shoot enemies that are already burning without letting them tick down, I'm kind of just wasting new procs of burn when I could have been shooting in a circle and, you know, setting everything on fire, which will help me deal with these crowds. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my strategy. So, it's gonna be my strategy moving forward. We actually got hit there. Couldn't really see the ghosts coming in, and it was at a moment where we didn't have our holy shield up. So yeah, just gotta be careful there. Gotta be careful. This, I would take the summon damage. However, we are playing on Pumpkin Patch, and you know, I feel like, no, we already got the buff from the scythe. Yeah, I'm gonna opt for this because I know the enemies just end up getting a lot of HP later, like a ton of HP. And if we don't have the damage to deal with that, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be very, very rough indeed. Thankfully, we do have fire, which is actually a ton of sustained DPS. As long as we keep shooting an enemy, they will burn for quite a bit of damage. We can get that burn stacking pretty high up too, so that boss should be dead to burn. Ooh, hell spawns, yes. Some more summon attack speed. I kind of wanted to take the, oh, nice, summon tentacles twice as often. We killed the boss, like I said. Everything's going to be attacking very, very quickly now. Our scythe is going to be spinning. Life is just good in general. This is sort of turned into a summoner build. So we kind of just got to ignore the flame cannon, I think. The double shot was very nice because it's allowing me to proc more fire. But ultimately, I think we just need to lean into the summoner. Yeah. Pulsing summons, that is very good. Plus 20% summon damage, and it also deals 50% damage around our summons. And you'll see that very shortly. Boom. Big pulse. That's going to be huge. because we have so many fucking tentacles right now. That is a massive upgrade for us. It's like actually so good. Yes. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about minute 15, especially. It's always kind of sketchy, no matter what map you're playing on. But we're at a point where I think we'll be all right. Let's see here. More summon damage. A little bit of healing, potentially. Ah, no. Feed the beast. Absolutely feed the beast. Scaling damage. Earlier we get that, the better. And for sure, I do want to get that right now. Because my summons are killing quite a few things. In fact, while I can, I think I'm just going to stop using the flame cannon and just force my summons to get kills, because that's going to be 1% damage every 15 enemies. So quite a bit of damage. Our scythe is actually one-shotting everything, so there's literally no need for shooting the cannon. But now we've got to deal with this. And I am not going to miss out on the damage that we can get from our flame cannon here. Ooh. This boss can be tricky. This boss can be very tricky. So we just got to play it safe. We're going to do... I might take this. Yeah, the single target damage I get from that, it's going to help a significant amount. It's also, it's going to reverse the damage loss I incurred when I took split fire, which is nice. It's absolutely something. We're just back to normal. You know, nothing's changed. Cool. We killed that pretty quick. We've got a lot of damage. That tells me we're doing all right. Took us less than a minute to kill that. So we got a choice of tome here. I'm thinking we just take Tome of Elements. There's no point in taking either of these because they're just gonna ruin my builds in a way. And we have burn damage, so we might as well just take the free 30% buff. Means we can also, it also opens us up to taking elemental damage in the future. Ooh, culling. Now honestly, I want the scaling. We actually have enough damage where I'm not too worried about our damage potential right now. So I want magnetism so I can scale a bit better. Just makes it a little bit easier to pick up XP without having to walk on top of everything. We are going to be seeing our first instance of the flying eyeballs, which I'm absolutely going to focus my efforts on killing. I just want this next level. Level 15 is pretty big for us. Bloodsuckers is very safe. It is very safe. Ooh, Dragon Egg. It's minute 13. I should probably just take it because we have summons. Bloodsuckers is also really good though, and it would finish out this tree. Now we're gonna take the Dragon Egg. I'm not foolish enough to pass up Dragon when I'm running so many summoner upgrades, because you always want to pick up Dragon as early as you possibly can if you're going full summoner, just so you can get the upgrades scaling. If you don't know what those are, basically there's two upgrades that scale damage and attack speed for the Dragon every minute. So the sooner you get it, the better. It's not like Feed the Beast where I can just kind of kill enemies and it's pretty much good no matter when I take it. If I take it too late, it's just not going to be worth the upgrade. We're going to take Wither here. Pretty good. But yeah, we're still pretty early where I think it's going to be worth it. Not to mention, even if we don't take those, which we absolutely don't have to take those. It's not a requirement. If we don't take those, we still have enough bonus stats for summons just based off of our other upgrades alone. So not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. Everything's got a lot of HP right now. Notice how I'm back to shooting things. They aren't dying to the scythe. Ooh, yeah, we pick it up instantly. I'll at least take one of them. If we get the damage one too late, I might not take it just because we already have the damage. And the attack speed alone is already pretty good. But even while this is hatching, that's already scaling. This is why it's so good to take it early, because the moment you take those upgrades, it starts to scale for you. Okay, not too bad here. Our damage is still scaling. We should probably take, actually, yeah, another summon would be pretty good. Magic Spears, just going to help our damage output by actually a pretty significant margin. It's kind of hard to tell what they're up to. The Magic Spears kind of blend into the environment pretty well. But it'll help us get some more focused damage. So it just attacks whatever's closest to us. And it should already be pretty high damage numbers, just based on our upgrades alone. Might actually even take Ghost Friend. Maybe not. It's a piercing projectile. So it's gonna end up doing a decent amount of damage. Honestly, it's better than any of these other things. Maybe Gale. Arrow Magic. I just don't want the... I don't really want these. Although it would give me a little bit of move speed. No, let's just take Ghost Buddy. The upgrades that we have to Ghost Buddy are pretty good. And ultimately it will add up the damage. It will add up. Every little bit of damage matters. Okay, level 20. Upgrade to our flame cannon. Let's see. Just taking a look at these. I think it's going to be combustion. Just killing third enemy leaves a burn on the ground. Or meteor. It allows us to take bullet damage and increase our burn damage. Actually could be pretty good. I'm not too sure if we take this, we'll actually be able to kill 3 enemies. So I'm going to just take this, upgrade it, get a nice bonus. You can see we're shooting a lot slower, which is fine. Maybe I think our attack speed was actually a little too high there. Sort of wasting ammo. I'm just gonna put it to close, by the way. You can change your crosshair to just shoot at the closest enemy. For now. Ooh. Yes. Yes. Anytime before 10 minutes is usually still pretty good. It's gonna end up being over 100 damage. Absolutely gonna take that. And, I want my crosshair back. It just feels weird. The enemy close targeting thing is helpful. It's a nice accessibility feature, but ultimately, I just like moving my mouse. You know, I like to have the control. Okay, let's see another upgrade. Ooh, yes, Dragon Bond. Boost our bullet damage, which also in turn boosts our burn damage. That's actually a very, very strong upgrade because that's going to constantly be scaling for us. So very nice. Very nice. The dragon just hatched just now. It's going to be pointing at whatever our crosshair is, and yeah, it's just going to be extra waves of fire. I don't think it actually procs fire on hit, but it's not bad, nonetheless. I think Split Fire is actually a good upgrade to take here. If not Bloodsuckers, just because we don't have any healing. But this being able to shoot behind me will help for crowd clearing quite a bit. But having healing and also just a little bit of extra summon damage is probably the way to go here. Underrated pick right now, actually, is Magnetism. It's allowing me to get in there and grab all this XP without thinking about it too much. So that's nice. Yeah, go ahead and take Split Fire now. It's fine. So we get an extra projectile behind us. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Just allow us to deal random damage. You want a nice mix of focusing your damage on the enemies that are, you know, prone to actually hurting you. But you also want to be able to deal damage to everything, so that way everything is nice and weak, fragile. Life is good. Thunderspawn. More attack speed. Also a chance for lightning. We actually have that tome. Don't forget, we have the tome of elements, so that's going to deal quite a bit of damage. And yeah, we made it past the 10-minute mark, so good for us. We're going to start seeing new enemies here. The witches. A little scary. These things have a lot of HP. We actually are doing a lot of damage, so I'm very pleased with where we at damage-wise. Honestly, all we really need for the rest of this run is just utility and to keep scaling. Our summons will continue to scale 1% at a time, which doesn't sound like much, but it's so consistent that it will end up doing quite a bit for us. Ooh, Fusillade. Yes. So, rip our base damage. It's fine because we get extra projectiles, and it's going to help a lot for crowd clearing later. And trust me when I say we're going to need the crowd clearing. It may not look too bad now, but that's because we're doing a pretty good job of killing everything, and also the exact moment of time that we're in doesn't actually have too many enemies at once. I would also appreciate some move speed. I'm getting to the point where I can't really stand still too much, which is an issue, because if you can't stand still, there's a good chance you're going to take some hits if you're not careful. These eyeballs are going to prove to be my worst nightmare, because they're very good at predicting where I'm going, and it's kind of hard for me to see them through the crowd, so I can't really target them. We got another boss in front of me too. There's just generally a lot happening right now. This thing's sort of picking up in the second half of this game. See if I can finagle this. I would like the boss to just be dead. Okay, we got a break here. I think I have to take Frost Mage. It's just too strong. Just too strong. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, there's a hit. We did actually take a hit, but also get healed. I don't know what order that was in. I think we were already missing some HP, so not bad. I kind of just need to run. I can double back for the XP once I have this upgrade. This will help us, hopefully a lot. It should be something, yeah, like tentacles attack twice as often. Very good. Tentacle attack speed. We also have tentacle summon speed, so lots of tentacles. They're all hitting pretty hard. It is going to be better if we're sitting in one area as Hastur, because when we walk away, the tentacles don't follow us. But I do need this XP. There's a lot of it sitting on the ground. And trust me when I say I don't think we're going to be able to move around like this for much longer. Need to take advantage of the empty space while it still exists. Wow, that's a lot of eyeballs. Here we go. Got our holy shield back. Lovely. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is where things start to get a little crazy. This is a tough call. I think we go Ghost Wizard, because it will let us proc Frost on the Ghost Buddy bullets, which actually do end up shooting pretty quick. It also puts burn on it for 6 damage a second, and that's guaranteed, so that's pretty good as well. Doesn't sound like a lot, but 6 damage a second adds up. That's like maybe 20 damage, 24 damage if something survives, but it'll just be chipping away at things. Okay, we definitely need to start being very careful. The witches are out to play, so we're just gonna try and sit still if we can, as much as we can. That'll also help to keep the XP in one spot. but also we need the benefit of our tentacles. We cannot afford to not have tentacles right now. That's a no-no. Wow, I thought for sure we lost our holy shield. Ah. Okay. Culling. Culling, yes, culling. I passed up on it earlier. Yeah, I'm so glad it's showing up again. 15% chance to instantly kill an enemy is... That's a lot. that's 1 in 10 enemies. Even better than that. It's almost 1 in 7, basically. Not to mention the 15% attack speed goes a long way as well in proccing that. Just before the 5-minute mark, I'm going to make an attempt to grab as much of this XP as I can. But with the enemy density as it is, it's sort of difficult. We need a really good upgrade from this next level up. Something amazing. No. None of this is amazing. Shit. I would take this, but I don't think we're actually getting many curse kills, so it's probably not worth it. Electromage, also, we're not shooting that many bullets, so not very good. I think we take the Soul Heart, because that will just give me some more survivability. Not to mention, we have the Spears, and they actually do have some synergy with Soul Hearts, so... If and when we start taking those upgrades, that'll be pretty good. That's not the upgrade I was looking for, though. We need something to help us with the next wave, or it's going to be a little dicey. We could probably get 2 more upgrades. Yeah, here we go. So plus 40 damage. We have 4 max HP. Plus 10 for each of those. Not bad. Not bad. That's going to help quite a bit. Those are attacking pretty often too, so that ends up adding up. That's not the Soul Heart synergy I was referring to, though. There is more Soul Heart synergy. We've actually got a healing item right there. Let me just go ahead and grab that. That's Bloodsuckers in action. Love you, Bloodsuckers. Okay, minute 5. Kind of rough. Lots of projectiles. We just need to take this out as fast as we can. Gonna go ahead and... Oh, haste. Good timing on the haste. Yeah, because this boss does some honestly fucked up shit. It does some messed up things. Like charging at us. I don't like to get charged. Oh! Damn! We got hella damage. Alright, never mind. Anything but Tome of Glass, honestly. That's the only way we lose this run, is if I take Tome of Glass. Reload rate. Tome of Electro. This could be interesting. Shooting out all of my ammo. It's like a wave of lightning. That's not bad, actually. Or Tome of Power. More bullet damage. This, I think I actually should take, because I have some bullet damage synergy, I think. The piercing is not bad either. The max HP down is actually kind of bad. I'm just gonna go Tome of Electro. I don't mind losing my bullet damage. It's fine. We don't need that much. Okay, XP. This is a beautiful minute for us, so we really need to take advantage of it. It's expecting us to still be fighting a boss at this point, so it's not really spawning much. Absolutely pick up as much XP as we possibly can. Gain another Soul Heart. And I think we're sitting pretty. You know, as runs go, this one's all right. This one's all right. We still got 1 more boss to face. Maybe even 2. I think there might be 1 more. You can see the pumpkin heads are back, but they've returned with quite a bit more HP. So every time you gain a Soul Heart, see, this is interesting because it's not based on Soul Hearts. I don't know. I might take this, actually. I might take this. Yeah, we're not really going to gain that many more Soul Hearts. I'm gonna take the Ghost Buddy upgrade. Another projectile. Again, just adding up the damage. Damage numbers. Let's focus on this boss real quick. The quicker this boss goes away, the better I'll feel. The sooner we'll have an upgrade. Very nice. More damage on the tentacles. Absolutely. And keep in mind, that's 30 damage, but it's also getting scaled up by our summon damage stat. And I wish there was a good way to show you that stat, but ultimately there's not. Frostbite. I'm going to pass on that. I'm actually going to go rapid fire because our attack speed is a little low. Having this just be a little bit faster is going to help quite a bit. Because I didn't really need the damage from Frostbite. Although if it pops up again, I will absolutely take it. See, here's Soul Heart Synergy. Didn't really need it. Just take the fresh clip. Another 5% reload speed. Helps keep my damage up. Helps keep my damage at a nice place. I wouldn't mind taking Strafe at this point. There's only 3 minutes left, and not much the game can really do to kill me. I mean, that's almost all of the bosses down, I think. So yeah, we're just gonna just take like Pyromage. It might seem like overkill because we already have a flame cannon, but that actually means we're proccing twice on every bullet, or we have the chance to at least. Which, because fire can stack, again, that helps us build up single target damage quite a bit. So anything that's left in this run should be getting owned pretty hard. Nah, but I think we're doing pretty good. I can't really see anything going wrong. So yeah, I mean, let's just wrap this up. Just take Watch and Learn. More pickup range, not to be underestimated. Really helps you get those strays, and that stray XP ends up adding up. 2 minutes left. This is about as hard as this is gonna get, so if we can survive here, I think we're okay. It's hard to tell. I think we're alright though. Run and gun. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna take that. It's gonna allow me to shoot and dodge all of these red balls of doom projectiles. It's also going to allow me to keep dealing damage while I collect XP. And I do want to continue to collect XP. On the off chance that we are not strong enough for the final minute, the final wave, I want another level. What can I say? I want more levels. Your bullets deal 10% damage for each soul heart. So 30% damage? Sure. Sure. Not bad. Looking pretty good. And I'm excited because it means first run of this series, we're doing all right, you know? Had a couple tense moments in the middle, but ultimately we persevered, didn't die, and made it to the end. I think we're going to be all right. Let's just do... Kill clip is pretty good. That kind of seals the deal, honestly. Because now we have no downtime on our reload. Just trust me, we're killing a lot of enemies before we have the chance to reload. Yeah, you can see reload speed is through the fucking roof now. It's a very strong upgrade. Yeah, we're so good. So, well, that was the very first episode of the 20-minute Till Dawn Wheel Randomizer challenge. If you enjoyed this challenge, let me know down in the comments and by clicking the like button, because that's the only way I can really tell if you're actually enjoying this kind of content or not. Also, if you have any suggestions for how to make this challenge any more interesting or more difficult, let me know. This run may be a little deceiving, and I think it's a good place to start the series on, because it's just a showcase of, you know, the randomness of this kind of a run. But we could get very unlucky with some very, very bad combos and potentially just lose, which you guys are just gonna have to stick around and find out by subscribing and tuning in to the next video on this series if you want to see if decides to screw me over or give me the best combo in the game. Who knows? Who knows, honestly? I mean, that's the whole point of the challenge. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.